with the iconic Cyndi Lauper, everybody. And joining us in the fun is James Beard award-winning chef Michelle Bernstein. And we're here in the kitchen because we're teaming up with Novartis for a very important conversation about health and wellness, and something I've watched you advocate for, Cyndi, for many years. What is plaque psoriasis? Will you help explain it to us?
Well, I didn't know when I first got it. I got it on my head, and, you know, my kid played hockey, so I thought I had bugs. And I went to this...
Oh, lice checks. Oh, yeah, those are real familiar.
So I went to the doctor, and he said, no, that's psoriasis. Try this shampoo. And it got worse, and then I was covered head to toe and swollen. The thing is, it's an inflammatory disease. When things happen to you, the most important thing to do is get information. Because when you feel sick, you feel powerless. If you think you have psoriasis, get yourself to a doctor, because it's not just affecting a rash here, but also if you are a person of color. A lot of regular dermatologists don't recognize what psoriasis looks like on darker skin. It's not something you should let go. Now I'm doing better because I found I went to a doctor.
So, Michelle, you deal with a different type. Will you tell us about that?
I have psoriatic arthritis. So
and
I
that's
have
the
other
internal.
one. So that is the joints, right? So you could have a little skin condition. I had a dot, so I didn't even know that I had psoriasis, but I have pain so bad in my joints.
And you don't deserve
And I'm a chef.
that.
I have restaurants.
Yes.
I'm busy. And I thought, oh my goodness, I can't tell anyone, because if I tell all the boys that work with me that I can't lift and I can't do, they're not going to respect me. And so the only person I really felt like I could whisper in her ear was my sister. I told her what was going on. She says, go see a rheumatologist, for God's sakes. So I went to see a rheumatologist, and he said, I think you have a condition called PSA. But aside from all that, food. So when I eat foods that are more kind of anti-inflammatory, I always feel better, and I feel better the next day. So what I try to concentrate on is low to no sugars, low flour, cruciferous vegetables, means crunchy vegetables, right? Dark green vegetables, really important. So what we have here is a braised chicken, and it's done with coconut milk and ginger and some chilies and a little bit of soy, some red onion. It's a quick, delicious recipe. You don't have to cheat on flavor. You just have to remove the stuff that makes you not feel so good.
I didn't know that it was also the chilies in it that make it anti-inflammatory, too.
Chilies are so important for anti-inflammatory. Broccoli also, cruciferous. The capsaicin, what makes, chilies hot, is incredible for anti-inflammatory.
In our audience today is rheumatologist Dr. Catherine Bakewell. And I was wondering, Dr. Bakewell, if you could help explain the difference between the two conditions.
Plaque psoriasis and psoriatic arthritis are both chronic, inflammatory, autoimmune conditions. While plaque psoriasis is the more common of the two, what many people don't know is that the same inflammation that causes plaque can also lead to psoriatic arthritis. So please ask your doctor for resources, talk to them about your symptoms. That's the best advice I can give. We do know that patients who come to earlier diagnosis and treatment of their psoriatic arthritis have better outcomes. And unfortunately, psoriatic arthritis, if left untreated, can cause permanent joint damage and impact physical function. So the earlier we diagnose and treat, the better patients will do. And that's why self-advocating is so important. Come to your doctor with a list of symptoms, your questions written out. That way they can address everything that is a concern.
Thank you, Dr. Bakewell, for that. And Michelle, you are one of my superheroes. And thank you so much, Cyndi Lauper. Everybody. All right, so Cyndi and Michelle are partnering with Novartis to share their personal journeys in a new video series that you can check out at thepsconnection.com, which also has the additional information and resources that Cyndi was talking about. And you can also find Michelle's recipe at the Drew Barrymore Show.com. And after the break is our Yay of the Day. We'll be right back.